Hi, welcome to Needing Meeting. My name is Carol. I will be your host today. How's everybody doing? I just as I was getting ready to sit down and do what I normally do to prepare for the meeting, the people showed up to get a puppy, one of the puppies. So I sold one of the puppies today, sweet little Maple. Hi, Ben. Hi, Rolling Stone. Hi, Henny. Let's see. Hi, A. Kenneth. How are you? Hi, Seventh Son. Puppies, puppies, puppies. Yes. So now we're down from 6 to 4. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Edie! Edie, get away from that road! She may be doing that a lot because one of her pups just went bye-bye and she might be looking for it. Anyway, been thinking of you. Nice. She didn't use the full name, right? Edie Marie Sherman. So yeah, we had to get hay today, all that good stuff. We've been feeding hay like crazy with these cold temperatures. We got temperatures dipping down to like 1 tonight and then not getting much out of the teens in the daytime. Hello, one with Cat's Shell. So yeah, we've been running from the word go. And whew. Hi, Rev Rashim Hall Stewart. Good to see you. Well, thank you. The barn must do wonders for me because I spent a lot of time in that barn last night and this morning. We got our chores done last night and had to go back in and plug in. We've got these water buckets that are heated so the water doesn't freeze and they'll have water to drink. And yeah, I've been in the barn a lot. Must be good makeup because it seems like I get compliments when I've had to spend extra time in the barn. Looking for a in-network counselor. Dang, that is a pain. That is a pain. Just finding a counselor, period, that's, that you can work with and that you really feel is going to help. Edie! Sorry, you guys. Sorry, I'll be right back. Edie, you get out of that road! No! She's a smart thing. She knows what that means. Anyway, sorry, you guys. This is the first time I've had to sit down all day, and I am feeling the anxiety of this weather, you guys. Oh, is it summer yet? Is it? Somebody tell me summer's on the way. I used to have a coworker that he'd come in, clocking in Monday morning and say, "It's almost Friday, Carol." Got me every time. So I'm going to start the Smart Recovery Handbook over again and see if I can do better with the actions this time around. Plant Freak.
Hi.
I'm so happy to see you.
It's been a little bit. I've been lurking, but it's been a little bit.
Yeah. Yes. Well, how much are you wanting to talk about things?
Not too much because I can't share too much, and I literally have to now wait until not this Monday, but the next Monday because the court hearing just got pushed.
Okay.
So there's not much that I can inform on. It's just. So what was happening with the dog? Because all I heard was yelling.
Well, I just sold one of her puppies.
Yes.
And so she's been kind of hanging out near the road where she saw them take the puppy away. And so I may be having to jump up and yell at her a few more times.
Yeah, she's having some separation anxiety.
She can get out of anything we have her fenced into.
Oh
So
my word.
so it's just not even, I can put her back there and she'll just hop right out before I even get back in the house.
It's just easier to use words with her.
Yeah, that's it. I'm just trying to train her to be where she needs to be.
Yeah,
which is not out.
exactly. Is this the last puppy to go?
No, I've sold 2 and I still have 4 left.
Okay. And were you keeping one? I can't remember.
No, the one that I would have kept went today.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
That must have been hard.
A little bit. I'm a little teary-eyed, if I'm being honest. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, she just had this look about her like, just from a little thing, just like, I'm checking you out. Little sassy thing.
Yeah. And that was just the perfect personality for a farm. Yeah.
She's going to where they had a 14-year-old German Shepherd that they just lost, and the lab has never been without a companion.
Oh, so okay.
Sad little lab. So I mean, if I've been calling her Maple, if Maple can't cheer the lab up, nobody can.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my goodness. But you know what? Just go into a good home, be taken care of.
Yeah, and they got 2 little boys, so
lots of love. Tons of love.
They're very excited.
Good. Oh, good. So how have you been? And hi, everybody.
Well, a little high anxiety the last 3 days with this winter storm coming up.
Yeah.
It's going to get down to 1 degrees tonight.
Okay.
I don't quite have enough warming buckets for everybody to have, water in a warming bucket.
Yeah.
So that has me a little concerned. The cows are some of the ones that I keep separate from the goats that may not have. So I may just keep the cows and the goats together.
It might be an idea just for the storm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, bud. What do you need?
Red panda.
Red panda. Yeah. There you go. There we go.
Penny.
Yeah, we've got this storm. It was supposed to be snowing today, but we've got rain.
Okay.
It's freezing rain right now. So one of the workers just left and she's like chipping ice off the car. She's going to be there for like an hour. Easy. Just trying to clean off the car.
Woo.
So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it looks like it's going to change to snow, but I can't believe this. I really can't believe it.
We don't have that. Right now it snowed yesterday.
Okay.
But the roads were pretty clear when we went to get hay. I'm feeling a lot of hay right now.
I bet.
And so I'm hoping that there's no rain, but we're supposed to get 3 inches of snow starting sometime in the wee hours of the morning.
Okay. And that's the same for us. We're going to get snow starting in the beginning or in the very early morning, but we went from 40 to 60 centimeters of snow to, I think now they're saying only 20 centimeters of snow. So this rain has really taken over.
So about like that, right?
Exactly. And we were expecting like twice that much. So we're like, okay, all of this rain is definitely doing whatever it's going to do, but that snow on top of it is not going to be good.
Snow on top or underneath. I mean, rain on top or underneath. Rough.
Exactly.
When I was a kid, we had a deep little snowstorm about like this, and then we had rain on top of that, and we had about a 1/4 inch layer of ice on top of the snow. And I used to, as a little 50-pound whatever, just see how many steps I could take before I broke the ice and the snow.
I remember doing that at my Nana's, being like, how far can I go? And then just like sink halfway down the driveway. Like, darn it. Oh, yeah. I used to love snow, and now I'm like, oh no, this is just not my jam. As I get older, I'm like, no, I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
Well, and I would love it if I didn't have to be out in the barn so much when it happens. Keeping
Yeah.
hay, keeping hay going and feed
Yeah.
going and water going, and
That's got to be a lot of work.
it is a
A
lot of
lot.
work. And I'm like, why do I have goats again? Somebody remind me why I wanted to get into goats.
Yeah.
I don't milk them because I can't have a life and milk goats.
No. No. And then even like taking a look at the machinery, you're probably looking at like probably $100,000 easy.
No, I've got, I have a little portable milking machine, and
Okay.
and it was under $100.
Oh, so I didn't know that they made tiny little ones.
I have Nigerian dwarf goats, and I didn't have to get anything very big.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. My
Uh,
aunt used to buy a goat a year, and we had goat curry a lot.
is it
So
good?
good, but we
Yeah.
had it a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. So it didn't pan out the way I had originally intended.
yeah.
And now I've got this herd. I've been thinking about putting a few on Craigslist,
Okay.
but I hadn't gotten there yet.
How many do you have?
I have 30.
Oh my goodness. Oh
They
my goodness.
multiply pretty quickly. I mean, all the does that had babies last year, only one had one. The rest of them had threes.
Oh my gosh. So they're like rabbits.
Really are. They
Oh my
really,
goodness.
yeah. And I do keep the boys and the girls separate, but every once in a while, when they're in heat and a little crazy, they can jump a fence and get over there. So I have a
Yeah.
few surprises coming, I think, from that.
Yes. Probably a few more with that one. Yeah.
30 goats, say Kenneth. Yep.
Oh my goodness.
Rolling Stone. Sorry, guys. Still dealing with family drama fallout from Christmas. Be right back. Oh, man.
Oh, that is difficult. I'm sorry, Rolling Stone.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Family drama is tough because, you don't necessarily get away from them.
Yeah.
It's a lot. It's, getting away from my brother was a lot.
I never thought I'd say this in my life because I always wanted brothers and sisters, but right now I'm like, I'm very happy I don't have brothers and sisters. It's be trying to like manage getting sober throughout Christmas and everything with other people. It's like, no, that's no possibility.
Right.
No possibility. Well, I'm sure that it is a possibility, but being an
Yeah.
only child, I'm like, no, I don't see how it's a possibility.
Yeah. 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 How are you feeling with all that now?
I am a bit numb, to be honest. I'm doing my best to spend as much time with Wee Man as possible.
Yeah.
And then, he'll go next weekend, but court's that Monday that he would be coming back. So it's literally up in the air. Is he even coming back? So
Oh, no.
I'm doing my best to keep it all together. And of course, the girls across the hall are back as well. And I'm just like, I can't manage the screaming. And their mom just left me with them for like 45 minutes today. I don't speak their language. And when they don't understand, they scream at me in French. And it's like, it doesn't help when you raise your voice to me. It's just making me want to not listen to you more. And then I'm just like, okay. I finally went into the office. I was like, she didn't even ask me to watch them. I'm just waiting up here, and Rowan's asking to go downstairs. Like, I just want to go downstairs now.
Right.
And the workers were like, okay, we'll watch the kids. I'm like, thank you. Because I'm ready to shut down for a little bit now. Like, my stress is up here, and
Yeah.
I'm taking on somebody else's children just because they walked away for a minute, but it turned out to be like 45 minutes.
Oh.
So it was just like, I was trying to be kind. I was, but I need to also realize that this is just what this parent does, and I just need to say no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just need to say no because it's happened now twice. They only came back yesterday, and it's already happened twice in 2 days.
Wow.
So I'm like, okay, this is showing me I need to say no, and I need to just conserve my energy. I don't know when I'm going to talk to my lawyer next week, but mid to like late next week, I'll end up having a meeting with her.
Will the lawyer be involved in the Monday thing?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So at least we can have a plan put in place. And I've not asked her at all, what do you think the chances are of anything? Because
Yeah.
I know what she's like. She's just going to say, I don't want to get your hopes up, and I don't want to do this, and I don't want to do that. And I appreciate that. So
Yeah.
I don't ask.
Okay.
So I'm just trying to, I've been doing, I can't remember the person's name right now, but it's a meditation channel on YouTube here. And he has a couple of miracles, like bring miracles into your life kind of meditation. So I've been doing those at night. And Christy was wonderful enough to kind of do some magic with me, witchy steps. So I kind of felt an energy shift, and it was wonderful because I had like gone to bed. I'm like, I'll be going to bed at 10. So I felt like an energy shift, and that really felt wonderful. And the day of court, so it was Thursday, I was like, I'm taking an Ativan because I was just all over the place. It was in the afternoon, which I'm not used to. I'm used to being at the courthouse at like 9:30 and waiting around. And this time it was through Microsoft Teams. And it was just like, okay, so I'm waiting. So from 2 until almost 5, I wait just to hear there's not enough time today. We're pushing it until the 22nd. And even then on the 22nd, we're not doing the hearing that we would have done today. We're doing the hearing that would have come in July.
Ooh.
So I'm like, okay. Now my stress and everything, I'm just trying to keep it a bit lower. I ended up talking to a friend on the phone like the night, which it's very funny. The night of, we hadn't talked in like 2 weeks because they're going through a med change. They have ADHD, but they're not treating his ADHD right now. What they're doing is treating his anxiety right now because his son has been kicked out of the house. He's not allowed back in the house. He was living in a tent for a while through the summer and fall. And now he's staying with a friend, but hasn't talked to dad in like 2 weeks. So I understand anxiety is really high there. I wasn't like poking to be like, hey, how are you? I didn't have the energy, first of all. And second of all, I couldn't take on somebody else's things. You know what I mean? And this is a person that I care about. So I would take on their things very easily. And I'm just like, okay, I'm not even poking. But the night of the hearing, are you available for a call? I was like, yes, please. So just to kind of hear a familiar voice was nice.
Good.
Right? Like right afterwards.
Yeah.
I got Rowan to bed, and then I was like, okay, like what do I do right now? Like my head is spinning. I sat there and I waited with my anxiety through the roof.
Ooh.
And it was just every so often a social worker would poke their head in and be like, is the hearing happening? Because I had to be in a room by myself, nobody with me. So every so often they poke their head in, and I'm like, nope, still not happening. Not right now. Still waiting. Getting emails every so often from the lawyer. So it was just
Oh my God.
a lot. Just a lot.
You really find out what you're made of, and especially what you're made of without substances.
Yes.
Like this. And
yes.
Yeah.
And it's amazing how calm I'm able to be without substances. And I know that that's a lot of the situation too.
Yeah.
I get that. But with the stance that I have coming against me right now, it's like makes me question myself a lot. So I'm doing my best just to kind of keep it down a little bit. Oh, it's Ben. Hi, Ben.
We are the Lollipop kids. The Lollipop Guild.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
I do have a question for everybody, and this has nothing to do with anything, so there's no wrong answer.
Okay.
There's a device that looks like this. It's got like a... Any idea what this could be?
That looks like a dog food scoop to me.
It looks like a dog food scoop to me, too.
Okay. I'll go with it, because I kept thinking maybe it was a spittoon. Well, maybe it's for like you blow your nose and you want to enjoy it later. If it's pizza flavor or something, I thought, well, maybe it's an elbow. That's,
Well, at first I thought it could be
it's-
like a lemon squeezer, but the bottom part doesn't look like it detaches. Like the handle looks like it's stuck
no,
together.
yeah, it's stuck. I don't know why it's in two pieces.
Yeah.
But thank you. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
yeah. I don't get the squeezy handly thingy. I'm
Yeah,
not
I
sure.
don't get it either. Maybe for dog treats,
Is
you
it
know, when
like
you stick your hand in.
do they come apart enough to where you could pick something up with it, or?
no.
No.
I don't know if my nose will even. No, my nose will even fit in that. So
Huh.
I'd say dog
yeah,
treats
that
too,
was
then.
okay. Yeah,
What?
that's the best answer yet. What's bugging me is it's got my company name on it,
Okay.
and it's like,
But why?
Did they send
yeah,
it to you as
no
like a
clue.
sample or something, or?
Well, it was on a freebie table somewhere.
Yeah.
And I don't.
I'm guessing a dog or cat food scoop.
Yeah.
Good answer. I'll go with it.
Yeah. How are you doing, Ben?
Doing good. How are you doing?
Stressed, but okay.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Yeah. So
Um,
I'm just trying to keep. I'm was just saying, like, it's amazing to me how calm I am right now.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, the only substance I'm using is nicotine.
Yeah.
mhm.
So, and that's like, the first time I got clean was in 2005. I was still drinking at the time, but I wasn't smoking marijuana, and I was off of all hard drugs. So 2017 or 2018 rolls around and everything's starting to get used again. It's like all of my energy is heightened. It's
Yeah.
very interesting.
Yeah. I bet you're gonna sleep for a week. if
Oh
you
my
get
God.
it. Just like
Yeah.
every chance you can get to sleep once you're through the thick of it.
Yeah. And even I'm even thinking, things don't go the way that I'm ideally wanting them to go. I might just take off to Ontario for like a week,
Yeah.
be able to go see my daughter,
Yeah.
just try and get some me time in, but some relaxed time at the same time, and then come back and deal with it all. But who knows? Who knows? We'll see. I don't even want to plan anything. Like, I just waiting. At this point, it's just a waiting game.
Yeah.
No, it makes sense. You're feeling calm. The body can handle only so much
True.
stress for so long. You kind of had a meeting or I guess you didn't have a meeting.
Yeah. Yeah.
The wheels of bureaucracy run very slow.
Yes, they do.
It's very aggravating to deal with, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
uh,
But we'll get there. We'll get through it. And then, it'll show me whatever I need to see at the end of it, and then I'll go from there.
Wow.
well,
It's the only way that I can. I've got fight. That's not a problem. But I want all of that fight to go towards my lawyer. Like, I need all of it to go to her,
Yeah.
and then let her sift through it. Let her figure out what it is, and then go from there.
Betty Zoom, hello and welcome. Henny wanted to know how you are, Ben, or if you're okay.
opinions differ. Are you talking mentally? Yeah, opinions vary, but yeah, I think I'm doing okay.
Opinions vary. I like that.
I had one habit left, 2024, quit weed smoking ever since been hospitalized heart attack. I'm
Oh
still
my
here,
God.
really broken home now. Thank God I'm still alive. Yes, Betty, thank God.
My goodness.
Wow. If I'm going to give out some ones there.
Yes.
For
Yes.
you, Betty Zoom. One means that we surround you with hugs, prayers, love, whatever people's jam is.
Mm-hmm.
And A. Kenneth has been staying sober through my younger brother's death, July 28th, then hubby's heart attack and surgery November 22nd. I'm shaky and skittish most days, not sleeping, haven't grieved at all. No
Oh
time.
my goodness.
My goodness.
Oh,
One for you too, A. Kenneth. That's a lot. Oh my God.
wow.
I'm so sorry, y'all. But I'm so thankful that you're staying sober.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yes.
When the rough stuff comes and you're staying sober, that's when you're really in recovery.
Yeah.
You're dealing with life on life's terms. And that's a good thing
Mhm.
because you're really going to deal with it better. You know?
Yeah, you're actually going to be able to process it as much as you may not have had time to grieve. Like, I get it. I'm in limbo right now. I'm stuck. But
Mm-hmm.
you're able to calmly process more instead of reaching for something to be like, I need to calm down. Because in all honesty, it's not calming you down. It's not calming you down.
No. And yeah. It may seem like the easy way out to just go ahead and, pick up whatever your substance of choice is, whether it be a behavior or, a substance of some kind. It will not help. And the fact that you've seen that enough to get to this point is amazing and deserves a tiara.
Yes. Mama's tiara.
Mama's tiara. For those of you who are new here, this is my mom's. My mom wore this on her 95th birthday. We did a tiered cake that said 95 years regal, and I had it designed like Queen Elizabeth's coronation gown, and because mom's just a year younger than Queen Elizabeth.
Okay.
And it was her last birthday, and we all wore tiaras and really did it up, and I'm so glad we did. And this was her 95th birthday tiara. And I wear it every time somebody has a milestone of any kind. You guys have stayed sober through some rough stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
My goodness.
And
Hey.
tiara and curtsies to you.
Yes.
So other than the dog day drama, how are you doing, Carol?
Well, we had to go get hay in addition, so we had to time everything just so. And this was the first time I'd had to sit down.
Oh my goodness.
And last night, it's not the normal go into the barn and get chores done. It was that, amped up because we got to get more hay, more food, got to keep their calorie intake so they can keep warm, even huddling together.
Yeah.
And then we had to go back out after we came in to warm up enough to go back out to hook up electric buckets, warming buckets, and do a few other prep things for these single digit temperatures we've got coming and below and sub-zero temperatures.
Mm-hmm.
Woo.
Yeah.
Is the pole dancing chicken still doing okay?
She's fine. She's one of the OGs. She's one of the little baby chicks that I brought with me when I moved here from Lincoln.
Aww.
Yeah.
I love how we
Her
just
name's
call her the pole dancing chicken now.
Well, her actual name is Luxana. All of those chickens in that group, she's the only one left, except for the Ahura, which she was one of the old chickens that came with us. And her name is Luxana, like Luxana Troy from Star Trek.
Yes. Yes. I love
daughter
it.
of the daughter of the sacred realm. Sacred
yeah.
Or,
something about reeks and yes. Oh my gosh.
Sacred rings and yeah.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
I haven't got all that memorized, but something along those lines.
I feel like there's literature for that. It's almost like manuals, like for oh my god, what's the not Magic the Gathering? Oh my god, I can't even think of the table games. You have your manuals that you go through, and you're able to just find things. I feel like that's Star Trek and their literature. You just need to find the novel, and you go into the novel, and you'll be able to find it.
Well, we for years we've been watching H&I. They have all 5 Star Trek series from the original to the Next Gen to Deep Space Nine to Voyager to Enterprise.
Oh, perfect.
Like 6 nights a week.
Oh my god.
So we've just watched it on rotation over and over and over and over again.
Yes.
Every once in a while there'll be an episode that comes on. Yeah, I don't like that one, so we'll watch something else.
Yes. This is how you know my brain is shot. Yes, Dungeons and Dragons was the game I was trying to talk about. There's a bunch of lawyers who play Dungeons and Dragons on YouTube together. They haven't been able to do it too much because one of the lawyers had a stroke. Not this past Christmas. It's a year anniversary this past Christmas for him. So they're trying to get it all planned up again. But oh my God, that's the most fun. Watching a bunch of lawyers play Dungeons and Dragons together and negotiate.
Hello, Kristen, Melinda. Good to see you guys. Good to see you.
And 7th, hi.
Oh, it's going to get colder around here too.
Oh, I feel like all of North America is getting hit with this one somehow.
Yeah.
One way or another, all of North America is getting hit with this storm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I'm
having the worst damn day I've
Betty,
had.
you're from Ontario. Hi, Ontario friend.
That come down sounds condescending and hence infuriating. Was someone telling you to calm down, Rolling Stone? Gosh darn it.
It's probably the family drama stuff.
Yes. Cold hair coming to Ontario too. Ooh.
That all works well. Just calm down. You're emotional. That's
really not helpful.
No. And then when your emotion has a right to be there, just be quiet. Stop telling me to calm down.
Yeah.
It's honestly one of my biggest triggers now when somebody tells me to calm down.
Yeah. So sorry, a Rolling Stone. Gosh darn it.
Ugh.
Family drama can be rough. It can drive you to the brink.
Yes. Oh my word. What is it, mister?
I don't know what it is about family that is so much different than anything else, but it is. Anyone want a sister? I have two and can't deal with right now. Oh, Rolling Stone, I'm sorry.
Oh. Yeah, I would have said yes maybe a couple of years ago, but now I'm like, oh no, thank you. No, thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah. You know what? I for a long time I was like developmentally as a child, like I never learned how to manage arguments or negotiate with an individual because I didn't have siblings. But now that I've seen a smaller family with my first ex and a larger family with my second ex, I'm like, no, just no siblings. Thank you. Just none. I'm good with where I'm at now. Thank you.
How do I get you off?
How do you get me? It's already off. So you just have to close the software and go back in.
Okay.
So I'm glad that Maple went right before the meeting because it gives me being here gives me time not to think about it because I did kind of tear up Brent taking her to the truck of the family. Yeah.
I bet. Oh my! And she was the one that you had your heart almost set on to keep.
Mom, could you go close the door?
I had a feeling somebody would really want her because,
of course,
there is just something about her. You can even see it in the pictures.
Oh, even the videos. She was my favorite.
Yeah,
she was my favorite. Like her little attitude and the coloring. Her coloring is just so unique.
Yeah.
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 And I've always seen Pyrenees crosses that are mainly white. And so just to me, it was stunning how she had so much brown in her.
Yeah. Yeah. That's she looks very Anatolian.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's only a quarter. The pups are only a quarter Anatolian, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Both the
so it's amazing that
quarter Anatolian and then the rest Pyrenees, and they're not related. They're even 3 years apart in age. So, yeah. My sister is 150 pounds overweight and constantly telling everyone how they should live, eat, not. Okay. The other one is the drunken narcissist and the ripples of her holiday BS abide. A Rolling Stone. I'm
so happy for you.
Oh my God. Succotash suck.
Yes. Well, yeah. As soon as somebody's off the beaten path, Rolling Stone, of course, you're the one that's the mess, right?
Rolling Stone, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very convenient.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I lived through one part of that with an older brother, and oh, I can only imagine what dealing with that with two of them.
And then put the
Nice.
estrogen in there on top of that. Not just the testosterone, put the estrogen in there. I can only imagine the sass.
Wow, it's amazing. And Tate made them make them ride the lightning.
A one for you, Rolling Stone,
Yes.
and a few more.
Mhm.
Whoo, Lord, you guys. What, I guess it's this polar vortex things. It seems like everything's kind of gone off the rails a little bit.
Something shifted yet again in the universe.
Something or other.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's been hard for a lot of people.
And A. Kenneth wants to know if she can dream of punching the sister-in-law like the first one. Yeah.
Again,
Oh,
if I would only win the lottery 5 or 6 times, we could develop an ultrasonic weapon. You could just aim it at her, make poop her pants. That would be such a relief. It would be very therapeutic. And yeah, I just need to win the lottery 5 or 6 times. That's all.
We just need real life Rick and Morty. You would be like the Rick, and that's just creating all of like the sonic weaponry. We're good. We're good.
Yeah, I can just send her the alpha or the what do you call that? A prototype, and she could test it.
Yes. Yes. I was watching a video last night on YouTube, and there's an individual who wants to make a lockbox and send it to the lock-picking lawyer. And just be like, it's on, and he'll just keep creating these locks to see if the lawyer can get through it and go back and forth. I think that would just be so much fun. Oh my God. And it's another lawyer too who'd be creating it. So if there's any engineers out there, talk to Ian Runkle.
Did you guys see Annie's comment? A Rolling Stone, unfortunately, people's mirrors face backwards. Isn't that the truth? They can't see that there's only one finger pointing, at somebody else with 4 others pointing right back at them.
Exactly. I had never heard that phrase said before until Christy had said it recently, and I was like, I like that. I really like that. Yeah, point your finger at somebody. There's a bunch pointing right back at you.
Yeah.
Oh my. So. Oh, there we go. My chat just froze all of a sudden. Fixed. We're good.
Well, I must admit, Carol, you are quite the interesting character. I mean,
how's that?
It's not a dichotomy. It'd be a contradiction. You don't expect Star Trek fans, especially ones that are in the Klingons, to have a farm.
Klingons are always going to be my favorite, and I'll never forgive Discovery for what they did to the Klingons. Never, ever, ever.
Never, ever, ever. You hear that, Discovery? Oh my goodness. Oh. Yeah, no, there's not. I don't know very many farmers who are Trekkies.
You just don't mess with my Klingons. Just
no. You shouldn't in the first place. They're rather entertaining. Like, come on.
Right?
It's like, there's my anger. It's going to express that way.
You've got a very, very nice house. And although granted, you're back east, so I only know what ranch or farming houses look like out here. And they're usually adobe, and they're, well, people with very fixed incomes and things like that. But your house looks just stunning with all the natural wood and natural light outside you're getting in there. And
love it. This house was originally one of those little kit homes from the 60s, just the white with the carport. And then in the 70s, they expanded the living room by taking it all the way out to the porch and made a new porch and did rock work all around it. And then the people that bought it, the owners after the original builders, are who did this with one of the neighbors.
Yes.
I'm probably I'm guessing probably because there's a lot of cracks in the what you call it?
The tongue and groove?
No, it's not plaster.
Drywall?
It's
Drywall? Well,
no, the plates of stuff that have the gypsum in them.
Oh,
Sheetrock.
there you go. Yeah.
Oh,
Old school sheetrock, and so with the house settling, it was probably starting to show a lot of cracks like the back of the house is. So they probably did this to kind of disguise that and just to make it kind of more.
it's got to add to the.
They did it. They did it themselves, and they did a fantastic job.
It's absolutely sitting behind you.
Yes.
And so it started out your run of the mill house, and they made it something really special. Like each owner kind of did something special toward
That is so
But-
interesting.
And the original builders, the owners have the property next door.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah,
Hmm.
Oh my
I've got
goodness.
pictures of the house, how it used to look, and they took pictures all through the project of when they did the renovations, and yeah,
Oh,
it's
that's
pretty
so much
cool.
fun. That's so much
Yeah.
fun.
It's so cool.
yeah,
It's so much more than what you see nowadays. Is let me guess, you walled in the carport. You had a carport. You never parked the
They
car
did
in. You
that
walled
too.
in.
Yeah, they did that too, but they did cedar siding and rock
Okay.
all the way
Hmm.
around.
Yes.
And
Hmm.
the back porch, in fact, the back porch is where I was doing my meetings before it got too cold back there.
Mhm.
They walled in the back porch and just did the whole thing in the cedar siding and the rock work. It's stunning
Hmm.
rock work. The person that did the rock work was just an artist.
Wow.
Yeah.
You have to be, honestly, with some masonry and all of that. Like, I've seen some horrible masonry. And where I am right now, like some houses, they just put the brick on top. I think it was the 60s. They would just put the brick on top and not clean the mortar coming out. So some of it just has the squirting out mortar. And I'm like, what is that? Like, you couldn't
Yeah,
do
I've
like the extra step of like scraping it off?
Yeah, it was a thing
It
that they
was?
did.
Oh,
Yeah, I've seen that, and it was an actual thing. Decorating trends come and go, and some of them were good ideas, and some of them not so much.
yeah, that one specifically horrible, in my opinion, anyways.
Yeah.
Horrible.
No, I don't. Yeah, I'm not a fan.
No.
Mm-mm.
No, I find myself a grinder and like try and grind it all down all the way around the house. Like I would not be able to live with that.
Betty Zoom is a flower child,
Oh no.
born in '56. Rolling Stone says, "Yep, I thanked my mother the other day for raising us with running water. She grew up in the outhouse Sears catalog for toilet paper generation."
Yeah.
Isn't that something? My mom used to ride on the milk wagon with the lady who delivered milk in a horse and buggy.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Every morning she'd jump up on that wagon and ride with her to her next destination. She kind of would do the rounds. She'd get her drink of milk from the milk lady with the milk wagon, and then she'd get dropped off at this lady's house where she'd get this breakfast item, and then she'd kind of make the rounds.
Yeah.
And then they'd have to go. Then as the sun was setting, they'd have to go find her and get her home.
The days when it was okay to do that. Oh my goodness. My dad just actually, the day before court was my dad's birthday. And I had messaged him and I said, happy birthday. And it was just, wow. I couldn't, like, it was a good little conversation, but still,
You had a birthday?
my dad's birthday had just happened on the 10th. Mine comes up
Okay.
next month.
Okay.
Yeah, a Groundhog's Day. That Bill Murray movie feels like my life right now, too.
Yeah. So how did that go?
It went okay. It was just via text message, just quickly saying happy birthday. But it's like, wow, yeah, this year I am 37, and I am, it's like, okay, I'm getting closer to 40, and all of this is happening, and I never thought all of this would be happening right now. So it was just kind of a moment to be like, oh damn, and like recenter myself.
Yeah. Woo.
I've got a little
Well,
Minecraft
you
player beside
got
me.
to do
He's been
that.
teaching me to play Minecraft. So a lot of the time when I've missed meetings lately, but I'm in the chat, I've got my phone going beside me and I've got a controller in my hand playing Minecraft with him.
Seems to be quite the rage.
It's
Yeah, my
huge.
nephew was way into Minecraft way back in the day, to the point where he'd watch these YouTubers that they would show their game playing on screen and talk about it the whole time.
Yep.
Drove us insane.
It's what he
But
watches most of the time too on YouTube.
yeah,
Yeah.
he loved it.
But now it's
Like,
like,
oh,
okay, let's put down the tablet, let's put down the phone. If you want to watch Minecraft, let's play Minecraft. Teach me how to do it. It took a couple of days where like he's laughing at me because I'm like, I took away a brick and I meant to put one down. And he's just like, all of a sudden you're, and he just starts laughing because he knows exactly what happened.
Atlanta.
Sorry, bud.
Rolling Stone hugs. Yes.
Yes, and hi,
Hugs
Pup
to
Groomer.
everybody. Hi, Pup Groomer. Good to see you. Hugs to everybody. Sounds like everybody could use a hug today.
Yes. Actually, Pup Groomer, I want to get in contact with you about something. I just need to understand some things about Doodle, and I'll explain the current situation so you understand a little bit more, and then we can have a conversation.
Ah, yes, there was that Canadian. Oh, a boot.
A boot?
Yes.
Yes, a boot. I'm Canadian through and through, and I'm from, I'm going to have to say it properly, Toronto, but I'm from Toronto, and I call it Toronto.
Do you call it Quebec or Quebec? Do you pronounce it?
I've gotten closer to saying Quebec because I hear French all the time. So it's like saying like K and then Bec, Quebec.
I say Quebec.
You still say Quebec, yes.
One of my.
Which one is the proper way to say it?
Well, if you want to go the French Canadian way, it's Quebec. So like K and then Bec. But like specifically the French that they speak here and the French that they speak in France, that's European France, and then this would be Quebecois French.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's a mixture of French and English, so it's Franglish.
Yeah. So, same way in Louisiana, all throughout the state.
Oh, really?
This weird combination of French and English and something else that's mixed in that only they understand.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I have such a hard time already with like that accent that I'm like, okay, now you're adding a different language and maybe a third language? Nope. I'm out. My brain can't function on that level.
I mean, they have their own words for stuff, and they'll be one sentence will have a little bit of French, a little bit of English in it with whatever else that is.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Cajun French. There we go. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
One of my great friends in recovery was from New York, and I wish I could copy that accent. I don't have a chance in hell of getting it.
I remember when I was in music theater camp, technically it was band camp. I call it music theater camp. But and I played the flute in high school too, so that's why I call it music theater camp. They had taught us a bunch of different languages accents, because we were doing 3 different musicals at the end of our month there, and it was 3 different accents that they had taught us to be able to do it. It was insane. I was exhausted at that end of month, like exhausted every year. Yeah.
So I don't know what PATOIS is, but I'm glad you do. Accent. My friend is French, says Henny, and when she says I love you in French, it sounds like shut the door in my New York ears. That's amazing.
That is really good. Oh. I've been picking up more and more. Like I can understand a lot more French now, especially because I've been seriously immersed in it. Like everybody around me speaks French.
Yeah.
So, but I still just don't have the brain capacity to make it come out. Like
Okay.
it's that's a different
I
functioning
would
level.
say you've got enough for your brain
Yeah.
to have to process right now.
Yeah, and I'm trying to find a remote job so that I can at least be at home and speak English. The hard part
Yeah.
is that a lot of jobs in Canada that are remote say except Quebec, because the taxes here are different, the laws here are different. So you can go through and apply, and then you start talking to somebody and they're like, yeah, no, not Quebec, sorry. So
Wow.
yeah, so I've got to try and weed through some of these.
Mm. Well, hopefully you won't have to be there. I hope that they figure out something.
I hope they do
That's-
as well, but I'm trying to plan for everything at this point. Literally
Yeah.
trying to plan for everything, because at least if I have a plan in each direction, I'm not overwhelmed when it hits.
Yeah.
Because that's part of my problem is I get overwhelmed very easily because I see the big picture immediately. I don't see the
Yeah.
small steps it takes to make the big
Yeah.
picture. And to break that
Yeah.
down when already overwhelmed is next to impossible for me. And that's another
Yeah.
reason why I'm like, I have to be neurodivergent. Just every single time that I am like looking up, well, what could this be attached to? And it's always coming back to neurodivergency. Always coming back.
Yeah. Quebec
Quebec's
should
just-
not be allowed to do as they do, says the Betty Zoom, but that's the government's show.
Oh yeah. It's basically a different country without calling them a different country. Because
Yeah.
there's a bunch of people here that are called separatists and they want to take Quebec into its own country and like not have it a part of Canada anymore. But we would still be on the same, it's like Alaska being attached to the top of Canada. It would be like Quebec, just off to the side here is Quebec now. It's not a part of Canada. And there's been separatists around for a long time. A very long
Our
time.
version of that is Texas.
Yeah. Sorry?
Texas would a lot of people from Texas would like for it to be its own country.
Yes. Yes. I remember trying to talk to my ex about it. He's like, oh, Texas would be a fun place to retire. I'm like, I am brown. I feel like this is not a good idea, and I'm terrified of guns.
It's right there on the border, so there wouldn't be any issues there.
Yeah. There's pockets that would be okay for me, and there's other pockets that would not be okay for me.
Yeah, I get that.
Right? And I just started watching Raising Dion. It's a Netflix show with Rowan. It's about a little boy who obtains or who has special powers, like superpowers. And racism came up into it. He's not very dark. Like, he looks like he could be Mediterranean because he's got a little bit of my skin tone, but his dad's white, so he's more white. Just like with my daughter. She's got a little bit of olive skin tone. But I'm like, I had to try and explain to him, like, no, this is real. This is a real thing. People look at you differently because of it,
Yeah. I wish it weren't so, but Kristen Melinda says, I live in Texas. You would be part of the majority in a lot of places, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
Yeah. That's my thoughts exactly.
Yeah.
There's a lot of diversity in Texas, a lot more than you might.
More than I probably like. I remember hearing stories from when I was a kid, and I've never updated those stories in my head.
Yeah, some people are jerks, she
Yeah.
admits.
Yeah.
The Cajuns, and A. Kenneth says, the Cajuns today form small, compact, generally self-contained communities. Their patois, is that right?
I think so.
Is a combination of archaic French forms with idioms taken from English, Spanish, German, American Indian.
Gotcha.
That makes sense.
So technically 4 different languages in one. Yeah. No, there goes my bandwidth out the window.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I understand, like, if it's your first language, you don't realize that it's all of these languages put together. But when you're looking at it and trying to learn this language, you're like, how many languages am I really learning? Yeah.
You know what? I actually knew that, a Rolling Stone. The word Cajun is bastardized from the word Acadia. That's where the French settlers in Louisiana came from primarily. Yes.
Hmm.
And I actually knew that.
Hmm.
That's cool.
Interesting.
That's very cool. Yeah.
What's up? You just being sneaky? Okay. He's opening the door like super slowly. I'm like, what are you doing? But he actually played with one of the little girls today, as much as like language is a huge thing. And I was able to use enough French to explain to her, like, just don't yell at him when he's not understanding you. Raising your voice doesn't mean he understands better, which is that way for most people, right?
Yeah.
So it went pretty well. They played for.
doing that. She's raising her voice when I didn't understand.
Yeah, and I kept looking at her and telling her it was too loud. But I was just, you know what? They were playing, and I was like, I'm not even arguing about this right now. You're getting socialization in, and that's amazing. I have found a
Yeah.
school that would accept him in the area, but I need to wait for court and all of that to be done. So either that happens or he goes the other one, and we shall see.
What is the bordering state to Quebec? What does it border?
Ontario, when you're looking at the map geographically, Ontario's to the left, and then Quebec has a lot of waterfront. So you're actually going to look up, and the next one is New Brunswick. Yeah, and then New Brunswick to PEI to Newfoundland, essentially. But Newfoundland and PEI are a little less.
Ontario border away, huh?
It's not far. Like for me, one of my friends is in the Quinte area. She's going through a really hard time too, a separation herself. But my friend's in the Quinte area, which is where I just came from, and that's like 4.5 hours away from me. And then my daughter's another 4.5 hours past that into Ontario. And then to get out the other side of Ontario, you've got about 6 hours.
Okay.
So it's like to drive across Ontario, it can take forever. It can take about 12.5 hours, 14 hours, really depending.
Well, I was wondering if you could live like close to the border.
That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking if it really comes down to it.
Yeah.
But it's only like a 2-hour difference. So it's like, okay, you know what? Even if I just focus on getting a car, and then that extra 2 hours isn't really a big deal. I can just jet whatever I want to, essentially. It's just now trying to acquire a car, figure out finances, all of that stuff. So, yeah. But it will happen. I know it will happen. Just slower than I expected, but it will happen.
I was told that we stuck into our home.
CK, hi.
CK. I'm so glad to see you, CK. I must be in denial more than I thought. When my dad died, I was walking in the bedroom and just fall asleep. My husband told me I was standing up, walking towards the room. And did you sleepwalk, CK?
And conk out.
Conk out. You know what, though? You have a lot on your plate.
Yes.
That makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
For all that
Yeah.
going through.
Yeah. The brain can only handle so much, and then
That's right. And a Rolling Stone is right. It sounds like a lot of stress on you for sleepwalking.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had that happen to me as well. Stress sleepwalk. Yeah.
I just put done.
There you go. Yeah, so I can only imagine, and I'm really sorry I hadn't heard about this. So my condolences to you, CK. Yeah.
Yes.
Kind of been MIA for a little bit and trying to pull myself out of the antisocial weeds.
Yeah. Well, do you guys feel like we've had a meeting, or is there anybody here that needs a meeting still? Like I said, I'm really stressed about tonight. But this time last year when we had single-digit temperatures, my mamas were having babies, and the babies made it. So I remembered that today. That did help a little bit.
Yes.
They're just going to be talking to me a lot and telling me how much it sucks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
How How often does this come up a year? Is it multiple times every year, or is this a rare?
The last couple of winters, we've had one or two bouts like this, but never one that's had like the 1 and 2 and sub-zero temperature 5 nights in a row. Usually it's been no more than 2 nights in a row.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's when things are really going to freeze solid, is when you've got yourself like multiple days. Oh my goodness.
One with Kant said, I got behind and am just hearing the chicken's name, Waxana Troy, daughter of the 5th house, holder of the sacred chalice. Yeah.
Sacred ring. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Reek. That's what they were saying. I kept thinking reeks, like REEKS, but okay.
I thought it was reek. Yeah.
I just
Chalice of
another
bricks.
one.
If we don't stop, we'll probably go till midnight. That's true. On with Rolling Stone.
Yeah.
Laura, yes, yes, and she is a rock star through and through. She's amazing. She was my neighbor across the road in Lincoln, farm in Lincoln, and she defected over to our property. And then she was the only one of those chickens that we could catch when we sold the place. And I don't think she's ever forgiven me. I honestly don't think she's ever forgiven me for doing that to her, catching her and bringing her.
No, she's probably still like, why? Why? Seriously.
Do you have any idea how long it'll be before your temperatures get back up at all?
What's that?
Do you have any idea about how long it'll be before your temperatures warm up at all?
Well, yeah, it's going to be a good 5 days before the low.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
So let's see. Let me bring up the forecast here. So tonight is set to be about 1 degrees.
Oh,
-1 now. And it's
Oh my God.
Tomorrow, the high is 9. The low is 2. And that's when we're getting 2 or 3 inches of snow.
Because it'll be warm enough.
Yeah, right. Monday, high of 17, low of -1. Tuesday is 21 high and the low of 6. And then Wednesday, we get up to 38, 25.
Okay.
But then, then the next night we have 46, 12. Then Friday, we've got 27, 6. I've never seen anything like this, at least not in my adult life.
It's very interesting how the planet is going. I have one friend who believes in cycles of the earth. And, when the dinosaurs went down, there was a cycle that happened then, if we go back and take a look at the history of the planet. But to me, it's very interesting because where I am, it's getting warmer. And in other areas of the planet, it's getting colder. Yeah. So I also wonder if and this is going into a science field that I'm sure none of us really have knowledge on, but hold on, please. I feel like the axis of the earth is like shifting somehow because there's areas that are getting colder and other areas that are getting warmer. Yes, go ahead.
I do know a bit of it was, there's a climatologist that was talking about it. He was saying back in the summer, because they had that, that eruption of Greenland, or there was some other volcano that happened during the summer. And now it's this one that would maybe got hotter and now colder. And so far, he's been right, but our memories are very flawed. We'll remember things in such odd ways.
Right.
Oops.
No, it's just, I don't know. It's intriguing to me. All of the theories are intriguing to me because I feel like one theory is right. No one theory is right. There's a little bit of something in everything.
That's right. And I wonder if it's just some of it is maybe we've accelerated things, but I just wonder if this is like the Earth's natural cycle, as it goes through the millions and billions of years of what it is.
Yeah, we
It could
haven't
be
been around
Sasquatch
forever.
or,
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
could be Sasquatch and Elvis and
Yeah.
who's the other one? JFK. He was a big one, and
yeah,
I'm sorry, that's all I got.
it's okay. But like humans haven't been on the planet for that long. How many species that we know of have been
Right.
exterminated from the planet,
Yeah.
right?
That we know of. That's right.
That we know of.
Yeah.
Because who documented prior to,
Mommy,
let's say,
what?
Egyptians? You know what I mean?
It's a cobblestone.
Yeah.
Yes, you did it. He's turning lava into cobblestone right now. He's having fun.
And whatever that is called.
Lava rock, probably.
No, that's for the portals.
Okay, I'll take a look at it
No,
after.
no, Mom. It's right.
Obsidian.
I'm also making obsidian.
I've had too much fun with this game, I can tell you. I've had far too much fun. The first day I sat for 4 hours and my brain was killing me. I've not played video games this long, like for a very long time.
Wow.
And then it's a split screen on a smaller TV too. So I'm just like, okay, my brain is mush right now.
Yeah.
But I've enjoyed it. It's spending time with him. That's all that matters.
Right on.
Yeah.
Well, if everybody's good, how about we do some box breathing, and I'll read from that meditation book I just ordered. I'll have to read it on the screen until the hard copy comes in. And what I'm hoping to do is kind of come up with some ones of my own.
Sure.
CK, a chicken. That chicken is a hen, the one that's in the front of the screen there. The one that's coming up from the rear there, that's a rooster. And
It's a pole dancing one too.
yeah, and that chicken's name in the front there is Luoxana, as in Luoxana Troy of Star Trek.
Yes.
I worry about my chickens too because their little combs get frostbite. I'm so scared about that. It takes them all year. It takes them the whole summer for it to regenerate.
Wow.
And then
Oh my goodness.
And here it comes again.
Well, is Steve home tonight?
He went to town to get a few things, and while the roads are as good as they are.
So I was gonna say, I know he doesn't like chickens in the house, but
I know. I wish I could. Yeah, but they roost way up in the heights of the barn.
Okay.
So yeah. There's really. I mean, I know the heat rises, but there's not if there's not any heat to rise.
Yeah.
There's no heater, and is there insulation at all in the barn?
Yeah.
Okay.
And of course, part of all that is they like to pick it and eat it, and they pick it and just let it. It just. So I've got little bald patches where and then they roost against the bald patch, and now it comes.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's like we put extra straw in our little chicken coop, and they'll just take it and throw it all over the place, and
Well, Steve
why can't you
did not grow up a farmer. Steve grew up a preacher's kid, and his dad had various churches that he would take over as a Methodist minister. So they moved around here and there, and he did not farm. I grew up on a farm, never wanted anything to do with it. So we both are farmers. Not ever intending to ever have been. Just life circumstances brought us here, and here we are to this day. This farm was about making Mama's dream come true. She wanted to be on a farm at the, and so we did that. And I love this place, but I don't know how much farming I'm going to be able to keep up.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a lot of work, and it's a 24/7 job. It doesn't have off time. It doesn't have any off time.
No.
You guys get any kind of agricultural exemption at all for anything, or
no?
No way.
I was wondering if that existed in other places.
Only the big guys get that stuff.
Oh,
Oh, of
nice.
course. Then we fall into the who has more money gets the more tax exemption, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
Yeah.
Have we heard? I meant to ask earlier. Have we heard anything about Steve Molesky?
Not today.
Not today.
I was
Okay.
hoping Jen would be here, but she may be there with him right now.
Okay. I'll message in the group later just to kind of see if we can get an update. I've been quiet, but I've been thinking about him. I saw the messages through all of that as well. So.
Okay, CK. Mom's from Arkansas and grew up in Little Rock. Well, that's 3 hours from where I am. I lived over goats and cows for 2 years in a mill in Germany. Maybe we can switch. You can live in Columbus, Ohio. My mom's from Arkansas.
Just do a little swap.
There are times I wish that I was not in Arkansas. I'll be honest.
Oh.
I grew up here, and I'm like, and I thought this was a good idea moving back here because, but
Yeah.
I'm sure I would feel that way anywhere. Every place has its wonderful things, and every place has its not so great things. In North Texas, my brother, Krista Melinda, in North Texas, my brother gets one, but he just has 2 horses, 4 sheep, and 1 llama, and that's enough. That I'd like to be back down to that kind of level again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Honestly,
or even just enough to live off the land, just enough for for you and Steve, and maybe even have a little market yourself out of the barn when somebody needs something. You've got it there, but that's it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that doing that what do you call it? Not co-op, but free range chickens and things like that is much healthier for you, and yeah.
You figured that out.
And of course, with that comes hens that get more clever at hiding their nests from me.
Yes.
I find them after they've abandoned the nests and find them by the smell or by the hatchlings.
Flying blankets over here.
Why on God's goodness did you get a farm with so many animals? Farmer too. CK, that's the $1 million question right there. You just asked it. Like I said, this was kind of mom's dream. I kind of rescued the chickens from Lincoln. The mama was anyway, the mama didn't make it through a night, but I had brought in the 8 baby chickens that she had hatched because they couldn't go up into the little doghouse that she had gone into with one little chick. Something got her and the little chick, and the other 8 chickens survived because I had to bring them in the house. I couldn't get them to stay in the little house with her. They kept jumping off. So I finally just had to bring them in, and that's how they lived. And so they were kind of rescues, and that's how they made it to where we are now.
Okay.
And my chickens are my favorites. They're just going to be.
They were the first.
They were the first. That's right.
And
the pig.
I'm gonna pop off, but keep listening just because I've got blankets starting to get thrown at me, so I can go and pay attention there.
Yeah, and you can just breathe along with us, and we'll do the box breathing, and I'll do a little meditation from the little book that I'm reading here.
Perfect. Yeah. Okay, I'll see you guys in chat, but good night.
Bye.
Good night. Hey, superhero.
Bye.
I'm so happy that you're digging into meditation. That is something which is it's been very interesting. I'm getting more into the hypnosis end, but they're very closely related, and it's very interesting to find out.
Like, I was kind of worried about it, and surely I'm not getting into hypnosis, but I guess there is a difference. I just don't know how to distinguish.
They're kind of close, but still, it's something that's very and meditation's always been very interesting to.
I've never been able to do it, because I'm so ADD and so hyper.
Well, there's one guy, and I wish I could remember his name. his YouTube screen name or his YouTube channel name is Healthy Gamers and somebody who plays games, but he's actually a doctor. They call him, I think it's Dr. K.
Okay.
And he has a meditation series where he talks about meditation or ADHD being a superpower with meditation, because part of meditation is you're trying to notice differences, and that ADHD is actually kind of a, you notice changes, micro changes and everything. And that's what's,
Yeah.
oh, squirrel, oh, squirrel, oh, squirrel. And you start to, okay, calm down, calm down. It's temperature changing, and then, you know, all this stuff. And I just thought that was really interesting to dig into. I don't know much about it, but yeah.
So how about we do 3 box breaths, and I will read from this meditation is called Solid Liquid Vapor. Transform heavy feeling tension. So what we do, to those of you who are new, we do box breathing, which is breathe in for a count of 4, hold for a count of 4, and exhale. And you know, you breathe in fully, diaphragm and lungs, and then hold for a count of 4. And then when you exhale completely for a count of 4. And we'll do 3 of those box breaths. And then I will read from this meditation from my little handy dandy book that I just bought. So we'll shake out the tension a little bit, a little shake off of the anxiety of the day, which was, we seem to have a pretty good bit of it. It looks like there's plenty to go around, you guys. And we'll Christy likes to say we'll go into our heart space. I'll just say just prepare with your eyes closed, and we'll take a deep breath in. All right, when we're ready, breathe in for a count of 4. Hold. And exhale. Breathing in. Hold. And exhale. Letting your shoulders drop. That's something I always have to remember. And one more. Breathing in. Hold. And exhale. If there's an area, a part of your body that's tense and the tension feels heavy or blocked, this is a great exercise to break it up. First, allow awareness to rest on the area. Tune into the sensation of heaviness, denseness, solidity. Maybe the area feels blocked or is weighing you down. Noticing the solidity, feel as if the area begins to liquefy, solid to liquid, melting and liquefying. The area becoming more fluid, lighter, more subtle. And now, becoming subtler still, tension vaporizes, liquid to vapor, up and out, away from your body. Tension turned from solid to liquid to vapor. Try on another area of the body now, noticing the tension. Feel it as solid, heavy, dense. And now, melt, liquefy, loosen. Finally, vaporize, diffuse, disperse. Now light and free. Repeat this process with another area of tension if you like. Solid, liquid, vapor. Tension becomes more and more subtle, moving up and out. When all the tension is vaporized, take a few moments of stillness to appreciate this new sensation of lightness, subtlety, and freedom. And with that, we finish with a resounding or maybe relaxed huzzah. For lack of a better ending.
Thank you so much for doing these, Carol.
Thank you, Dan. Thank you guys for being here.
These are very helpful.
I'm so
And,
glad. You know, I know they're helping
and I-
me, so I'm so thankful that other people are finding them helpful too, because I would be pretty much a basket case right now if I didn't have, you know, something like this grounding me and, you know, helping me, you know, kind of focus my attention somewhere else
Sure.
until I can kind of get my emotions in check, you know.
Yeah. They are kind of centering, especially, well, I imagine much double so for you with all the stuff you're doing with all the critters. But I do hope you have yourself an awesome day, and I hope you're able to keep your animals from molesting Bigfoot or Chupacabra or whatever the creature de jour is. But I do hope you have a great day.
Hope you too, Ben. You guys, I appreciate you. Y'all are so awesome and supportive. Thank you for being here. And yeah, I hope everybody has a relaxing evening as much as possible with all this crazy weather moving in, and stay warm, stay safe. Know that I'm pulling for you and rooting for you, and I love you. And until next meeting, you guys, peace, y'all.